Now, let us look at selling skills in an agile world, part 2. What questions should I ask my customers? In terms of preparing your questions, we get to the part of deciding what questions to ask our customers. The questions you ask in each customer visit should reflect the respective buying stage of that customer. It should also allow you to qualify the customer and then determine if the customer is worth your while to pursue their business. So before you even prepare your questions, think about what do you want to find out in this customer meeting. Based on the customer's answers, can you make a decision if and how you should follow through with the customer? Based on the customer's answers, what is the size of the deal and when are they likely to make the purchase? The types of questions raised should be about their needs and goals, estimated budgets, what viable options could they be exploring? What is their relationship structure in their organization? And then the risks and concerns that they might have. You may want to focus on 2 to 3 of the above types of questions for each of your customer meeting. If you're in the stage 1 of your customer's buying cycle, the questions could be about focusing on needs, budgets, and perhaps a little bit on relationships. If you're in stage 2, the focus is likely more on options and relationships. In stage 3, it will be about relationships and concerns. In terms of asking questions, you can ask closed questions, that is, questions that will give you a yes or no answer in order to get a confirmation. You can ask open questions, that is, questions beginning with who, what, when, where, why, and how, so that you can get more information. You might also want to consider clarifying questions, that is, questions that to gain better understanding or to make comparisons, such as which is better, A or B. There is also reframing questions, that is, using the conjunction if to reframe the minds of the customer. And most of the times, questions are combination questions, that is, using multiple questions to get in-depth understanding of the customer. Now, aligning this with stage 1 questions to uncover needs, budgets, and relationship structures, some examples could be: what are some aspects that you would like to improve? This is a straightforward question to explore needs and goals. What kinds of products are you using previously? This is an open question to indirectly understand what budgets they had used previously. If there are ways to help you reduce costs and improve productivity, would you be open to explore better solutions that might cost a little bit more? This is a reframing question to see if budgets for this round of purchase could be increased. If we are going ahead to explore further, who else will be giving their inputs for their requirements? Another reframing question to roughly gauge who are the people involved. Do note that you need not start the meeting with these questions. You also need not bombard the customer with too many questions. You just need to be clear about what you intend to find out and how to get the information. Do know that these are examples of questions and there could be different and better ways to ask these questions. Based on what you learned, you should be able to find out if the customer is worth your while to follow through and what could be the possible next steps. For stage 2 to explore viable options and mapping out the customer relationship structures, these could be between option A and option B, which will be more suitable and why. This is a clarifying question about comparing between options. If you have no constraints, what would your ideal solutions look like? And this is to reframe, to explore what could be ideal options. If you could only have 3 out of the 4 key features, what would those be? Again, using a reframing question to clarify what are the core features of an option. Who would prefer option A and who would prefer option B? This is a clarifying question to find out the preferences within the relationship structure. If we were to move ahead, what would your buying procedures be like? Again, a reframing question to find out what buying procedures and which is likely to lead to the people involved in the buying decision. Who else should we reach out to as the next step? Would it be okay for you to refer us over? This is an open question followed by a closed question to get to the right people as part of the next steps. In stage 3, to navigate relationship structures and mitigate the customer's recent concerns, the questions could be, who would have some level of concerns or doubts if you were to start using our solutions? This is to reframe a question to find out whom in the relationship structures might have some concerns or even resistance. How would you like us to resolve these concerns? Which is an open question to find out what needs to be done to mitigate those concerns. What else needs to be done so that we can start our first shipment? An open question that leads to closing the sale. You might also have noticed that many of the above questions are combination questions that are interlinked with one another. And now we come to your possible next steps. Perhaps one of the key things that salespeople don't usually do but should do more is preparation. It does not take a lot of time to determine what you would like to find out about the customer and how to get to the relevant information. A little bit of preparation for your questions on top of many other things to prepare could be very helpful to your entire sales process. And I wish you happy selling.